Now, stress is everywhere. There is no stress-free zone on Earth. But stress on campus takes certain specific forms. And so there's been a student stress scale that's been devised. And I'd like you to just glance through it. And it's based on research that's been done on how life events affect stress. And again, it's not surprising. The more turmoil you have in your life, the more stress you're going to feel. But it isn't all negative turmoil. Of course, nothing is more stressful than losing a close family member, a friend, your parents' marriage breaking up, really terrible things, accidents, injuries, illness. But you'll see that pretty high up on the list of stressful events is marriage. Pregnancy, these are usually good things. Even a new boyfriend or girlfriend ranks as stress. So the important thing is how much change you're dealing with. And it might, and if you're a new student, if this is your first year, if you're starting a new semester, there's a lot of change going on in your life. And I think the important thing is to just be aware that this is what's going on, and so that you can start thinking more and more about, this is going to be stressful, how am I going to manage it? Now, what are the most common stressors on campus? Well, here's what students say in national surveys. Number one, academics. Now, a lot of this really comes down to test anxiety, and I don't know whether or not, all of us have had those moments of you look at a paper and you think, oh my goodness, whether you're doing it online or writing out essays, and you're afraid that your mind's going to go blank. Well, there are strategies that help this, and some of them are in preparation, learning how to prepare better, how to master the material, and again, just using your breath, breathing at the beginning of a test, and also just simple tools, answering the questions you know first, putting the ones that you don't know or you aren't sure about sort of into the back of your brain so that your memory's working at it as you continue doing through the test. Now, finances are a huge concern. And again, these are things that if you have tools, if you stay on top of your budget, these can manage and help reduce stress. Intimate relationships, we all care about the people around us. Better communication techniques can help. The other one, sleep difficulties. Again, a lot of personal good health habits will help. Family problems, appearance, career. These are common things, and it really helps to, for one thing, feel normal. Don't think that you're the only one dealing with these. But it also has to do with who you are, some personal characteristics. Women, and whether they're students or wherever their role in life, they tend to be more stressed about relationships. And that's a negative in the sense that, yes, you are more stressed. It's a positive, though, because women tend to cope by what they call tend and befriend. They reach out, and this is a wonderful source of strength. Race matters because if you're a minority, there's often the additional stresses that you might find on campus, acculturative stress, where you find that you have to adjust to a majority mentality. There's researchers have been doing more studies of what they call microaggressions. These are not absolutely blatant examples of racism, but just slights and biases and an awareness that makes students feel different, feel less welcome, feel less part of the mainstream. And the first year is stressful for everyone, but it's particularly stressful if you are a first-generation student. So if you're the first one in your family to come to college, you don't have those role models. You don't have that sense of experience, even if if your brother and sister are older and they've been through it. If you're a commuter student and some of your friends back at home aren't going to college, you might feel more isolated. You're dealing with different issues. These are all, but there's a steep learning curve, but it's a quick one. And often by the end of the first semester, first-year students feel that they really and truly have adjusted.